Are you avoiding cleaning your home because of sensory issues? Well, you can stop living in a mess that is causing you sensory overload by following the strategies I'm going to share today that will help you manage your sensory issues while you're cleaning your domicile as an autistic adult. Hey, Define Yourselfers, I am the Confident Autistic. And if this is the first time you're checking out one of my videos, I want to welcome you to my channel. I am an autistic adult, late diagnosed, a multi-certified life coach who is on a mission to empower you to embrace autism confidently. Now, you can show your support for my mission by liking, sharing, commenting on this video, and by subscribing to my channel. And when you do subscribe, do not forget to ring the bell to be notified of new videos and when I go live for a weekly Q&A live stream. Now, many of us on the spectrum experience sensory issues that can interfere with, if not completely prevent us from cleaning our home when it needs to be cleaned. Sensory issues such as strong aversions to certain smells, like cleaning products, textures, like sponges, sounds like a vacuum cleaner, or even the sight of clutter, along with hypersensitivity to certain tactile sensations, like the feel of dirt or dirt on our hands, and other sensory sensitivities, can contribute to sensory overload and make cleaning difficult, if not overwhelming for us. However, a clean and organized house can significantly contribute to sensory regulation for those of us on the spectrum, autistic adults like you and me, by creating a calming, predictable, and manageable environment for us to live in and to thrive in. Now, to manage sensory issues while cleaning our homes as autistic adults, we should start by preparing to clean. And that can start with creating a visual cleaning schedule with pictures or symbols, if necessary, representing each task. And these pictures and symbols can provide a clear structure for us and a clear expectations we have set for ourselves so we can live in a clutter-free and clean environment, which is going to be healthier for us both physically and mentally. Before you start to clean, be sure you are wearing loose, soft clothing that doesn't cause you discomfort while you clean, because clothing that is not comfortable can be a sensory trigger for many of us on the spectrum. Now that you're in comfortable clothing, start experimenting with different cleaning products to find ones with minimal scents and textures that are less irritating to your senses. This is especially important if the scents of the textures do irritate you. If that's not one of your sensory points, remember we all experience autism differently, then you don't have to experiment too much. But if part of the reason you don't want to clean is because of your sensory sensitivities to maybe the smell or texture that irritates your senses, then start experimenting, finding something that would help. Another thing that could help you with those smells, okay, because some of them get nauseous, you may want to get one of the masks. They were really popular during the time that COVID was running rampant, and wear one of those while you're cleaning. Make sure it's comfortable, and that can help cut out that smell, and it could be good for you so you don't accidentally inhale any fumes that could be unhealthy for you. Now, if you are sensitive to touch, like soapy water, etc., consider using gloves for activities such as washing dishes or any kind of scrubbing or cleaning that you have to do. Gloves can also be helpful finding a nice, comfortable pair for if you have to use a scrubbing pad and you're sensitive to the texture of it. Put something between you and that texture that will help you manage that sensory issue. Additionally, you should consider using specialized cleaning tools that might be easier for you to handle and or possess the right texture to meet your sensory needs. You may have something that you used to scrub the toilet bowl with, whatever, right? And you're touching the handle. Some handles are more comfortable to hold than others, and not just physical comfort. Am I talking about? But some handles may have a texture or a feel to it that's going to be more inviting to you and less of a trigger for your sensory issues if you have sensory issues related to what you're touching and the sensation of feeling. Another strategy that can help motivate you to clean is for you to store cleaning supplies in a visually appealing way, using color coding or labeled containers to easily identify what you need. Now, for me, when I had like 8 different bottles in different shapes, different sizes, different colors, looking at those 8 bottles or whatever, um, is clutter to me. It's overwhelming to me. It's like too much input, too many choices. I don't do well with that. And now a lot of people would tell you that you should organize it. And I know I'm going to get back to my other point, but this popped in my head and I want to share it. That you should organize it by putting what you use most frequently closest to your reach. Well, that might not be organized. That might not be visually appealing to you. When it looks cluttered, you may just stay away from that. Okay. So you really got to do this organizing it where it's visually appealing to you. Think of it this way. I love pizza. Okay. And I'm sure you have seen the ads for pizzas on TV. When they pull that slice away and that really creamy, juicy looking cheese is there, and they have the toppings on it, but vibrant colors. Now I love pepperoni, so all the vibrant red pepperonis that's glistening, that's mouth-watering. You're like, I want that pizza. Now they showed you what the actual pizza looks like when you're at the restaurant or at your home. It's not that the cheese is not that great looking. The toppings may not be that vibrant in color. They may not be shimmering that makes your mouth water. So they do the tricks on TV to make you want that pizza. Visually, you're like, yes, I want this. And we need to do the same thing with organizing our cleaning supplies. So when we see them, we're like, yes, I want to go clean. I want to go use those. I want to get my house cleaner. So this is why I say it's important for us to organize our cleaning supplies in a visually appealing way. Because even though we may have a sensory sensitivity to certain items and certain senses and experiences, we may be sensory seeking for something that's visually appealing. And when we find it, we want to engage with it. And this is where we could use that sensory seeking trait of autism to serve us, to make us want to embrace the idea of cleaning our house. Now, cleaning entire home can seem very daunting. Therefore, you may want to divide cleaning tasks into smaller, manageable steps to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Now, this can be called baby steps. And if you ever seen the movie, What About Bob, you'll understand what I'm talking about, baby steps. It's like instead of you look at this task and it's huge, it's humongous, like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming because it's so big. You break it down to little pieces that are manageable. Instead of saying, I'm going to clean my entire house today, you may say, I'm going to clean the bedroom today. Or I'm going to just get caught up all the dishes in my sink. Little baby steps. Then after I get that done, I move on to another task that is part of cleaning my domicile. Now, working nonstop is not always the best way to accomplish cleaning your home. Therefore, you should set timers for short cleaning bursts, followed by scheduled breaks to prevent sensory overload. We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier about cleaning an entire home can be daunting, but any kind of cleaning, you're doing task to task to task. Between each task, take a break or clean for 15 minutes. Watch a YouTube video, like one of my YouTube videos, for about 10 minutes. Then go back to cleaning or whatever works for you. Just as long as until you get the task done, I recommend this. You schedule more time on the task than you do on breaks. Now, for some of us, we may have to take longer breaks than working the task. If that's your case, fine. There's no judgment here. But you do want to have that nice mixture and balance so you can get everything done and still, manage or try to prevent sensory overload by saying, I've had enough cleaning. I need to get a break. Maybe go do something calming. Maybe listen to some calming music, whatever it takes. You need to have those little breaks, and it's okay to take those. Now, there are aspects of cleaning your home that can trigger noise sensitivity for you. And this can include the sound of an exhaust fan running. When you're cleaning the stove or cleaning the bathroom or whatever, you may be running the exhaust fan to cut down some of the fumes. And you really should be doing that to make sure you don't get nauseous from it, okay? Or the repeated flushing of the toilet. Let's say you're cleaning the toilet. You may have to flush it 2, 3, 4 times to get it really clean. Doesn't matter. That's another noise that can cause a trigger. Running water can be a noise trigger, as well as the vacuum can cause you to avoid cleaning. To overcome these challenges, consider using noise-canceling headphones or earplugs. Now, what I like to do is have noise-canceling headphones on, not these, I have some wireless ones, that play relaxing music. And it kind of helps me clean, like people like to exercise to music. I could be cleaning to music. And that works for me. Maybe something like that will work for you. I don't know. Whatever does work for you, share that in the comments. I'll love to hear what they are. While cleaning, be sure to adjust the lighting in each room that you're cleaning to a comfortable level. And this could mean that you want to avoid using harsh fluorescent lights in these rooms that can be overstimulating for some of us on the spectrum. Now, obviously, you want to have enough lighting so you can see what you're cleaning and make sure that you're doing a good job to the best of your ability. But you do want to also balance that with any sensory needs you have to prevent sensory overload that can be caused or triggered by excessive or not enough lighting. Now, as you clean, be sure to pay attention to what sensory aspects of cleaning triggers discomfort for yourself, like certain textures, maybe certain smells, or sounds. And then try to minimize those triggers by making adjustments as needed. Maybe a certain smell is bothering you from a certain product, like we talked about experimenting with cleaning products. Then that may tell you it's time to try something different. And that's okay. You're not going to be perfect when you first try this. It's a learn by doing experience, I should say. So as we do this, we pay attention to our triggers and we learn from them and we make appropriate accommodations or adaptations so we can continue cleaning our domicile, which, as I mentioned earlier, is good for our physical health and our mental health. Now, when you're doing everything to manage your sensory issues while cleaning your home, and you still experience sensory sensitivities, try practicing sensory regulation techniques, including deep breathing, exercises, or other calming techniques. And as always, you should prioritize self-care when cleaning. Be sure to listen to your body and take breaks when needed, even if it means adjusting your cleaning routine. Now it's your turn. Share in the comments your thoughts of any sensory challenges you have with cleaning and how you overcame them, or anything related to this video. I love reading your comments. I may not be able to respond to each and every one of them, but rest assured I do read all of them. So please make a comment on this video or join the conversations or any conversation we're having in our Facebook group, Autistic Adults Embracing Autism. A link to that group, as well as directions on how you can get a free resource from my website that includes 31 affirmations for the confident autistic. In this video description, just scroll through there and look for resource links, and you'll find all that information there. So until next time, this is Chris Mitchell, aka the Confident Autistic, reminding you that now is a time for you to start to embrace autism confidently. Join me live Thursday nights for the Confident Autistic Live, where I answer your questions, we discuss this week's videos, offer support, and more. The fun starts Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time in the US of A. be sure to click the bell when you subscribe to the channel to be notified when the party begins.